showing off all my clowns. This is the first one I'm at trans colors. I really wanted to use my little metal flower beads for this one. Candy corn, this one set and finished from Octoberuntal last week, lol. I just wanted to use up my plethora of green beads. I don't really know what I was doing with this one, it's cute. Unfinished gelatinous cup-themed clown.
Come make a candy choker with me. What charm? This one. Boom, color scheme. You have been charmified. Poke. Poke. The last beat, poke. Snip. Snip. It has been finished. And here's the best part. It holds a tiny amount of items. It is now available on my Etsy. Link in Insta.
Let's find some candy goodies at Walmart. Peeps. Great price. Then I found Scented. Trading him out. Alright, fine. Cute but have to disassemble. Are you kidding? So cute. For the gamers. Food charms. Good soup. Little rave buddies. This is stuffed animal furniture LMFAO. Did not win, but that's okay. Happy candy making. Till next time.
Recently, I've been quite taken with faceted rounds, and I'd like to first say that this frog pattern is my own, but today we'll be following a pattern by Rabbit Paw, and you can find their stuff on Telegram. Anybody use Telegram here? Anyway, let's get into it. I really love the color palette I went with today. I usually try to avoid complementary colors at all costs, like especially blue and orange, but my cat beastie is orange and my favorite color is blue, so it only seemed right to do it this way. Anyway, here I am finishing up the front. I really love how it's all come together. And for my purposes, I had to freehand a back panel. Traditionally, you would just make two of the same panels, but I thought it would be cuter if I did the back of the wings. Anyway, I combined them to make my purse bit? Yeah, it's quite roomy in there, not as big as I wanted, but big enough. Now all that's left to do is add the straps and a tag. I'm starting to do that again, and it's finished. I hope you guys like it as much as I do, because I really like it. Okay, goodbye.
Kate. Did I mention that it's Kate? Kane. Yep.
Had to make this kinda. Cane even though nobody asked how. Material, beads, scissors, to pen, a pen maker, string, hot glue. Start by making your pen. Now glue a safety pin on the pin.
Make sure hole is up.
Put string through hole. Get the beads you want and put them on. When you're done, get other pin. Put string in pin hole then. Tie.
This is how you put it on.
Bye.
Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to make a Pokeball. Keep in mind this is not for beginners, and this is not a complete step-by-step tutorial. You're going to need to be well acquainted with peyote or multi-stitch. Alright, you're going to need string and scissors. You're going to need beads. I'm just doing a regular Pokeball, so I just have red, black, and white. You're going to need a ball. The Pokeballs are not hollow. I'm going to build it around this. And you're probably going to need a beading needle. You're going to need to be able to make this. Up until this point, this has just been the same process as your regular peyote or multi-stitch. But after I have 2 rows of color on either side of that black border line, things will start to differ from how it's normally done. Alright, I've left some of these beads loose, so hopefully it's easier to follow. So you thread through the bead, add on a bead. Thread through the bead, add on a bead. Thread through the bead, add on a bead. Then when you thread through this bead, here's where things start to differ. Instead of adding a bead between these 2 black beads and above this white bead, as I add on this one, thread through this one, I then thread into the white bead below, then up through the black bead, and then it's add on a bead, thread through a bead, add on a bead, thread through the bead. I call this a pinch point, and I've done it in 3 different spots. You try your best to make it symmetrical. I have one here, here, and here. Probably can't get it perfect, and there's nothing wrong with that, but just get as close as you can. Also, something to note is I do these pinch points both above and below this button to the Pokeball, because this next step is going to make this black border seem more rounded. Alright, as I was coming along, I threaded through a bead, added on a bead. Threaded through a bead, added on a bead. Threaded through a bead. Then I added on 2 beads, going over the pinch point, and threaded into this bead. Then it's add on a bead, thread on a bead, add on a bead, thread on a bead. Just so on and so forth. Again, I've done that with all 3 of them. And then I'll show you the next step. Alright, as I made my way around, I threaded through a bead, added on a bead. Threaded through a bead, added on a bead. Threaded through the 2 beads that are above the pinch point, add on a bead. Thread through a bead, add on a bead. And as I made my way around, I set up a new set of pinch points. I try to do it the halfway point between the ones that are already set up. Here's the previous one, new one, previous one, new one. So again, I tried to do it symmetrical. The first ones I did are here, here, and here. The new set that I've done is here, here, and here. Just try to get as symmetrical as you can. Alright, as I made my way around, I threaded through the bead, added on a bead. Threaded through a bead, added on a bead. To cross that gap at the pinch point where you've done the 2 before. But you add on a bead, thread through the bead. Add on a bead, thread through a bead. Add on a bead, thread through a bead. Then when you get to the second set of pinch points that you've done, it's the same as before. 2 beads, thread into the bead, and just continue around like that. Here's from the first set, second set, first set, second set. Then you're ready for the next step. So as I worked my way around, I threaded through a bead, added on a bead. Threaded through a bead, added on a bead. And it's just the same thing until you come to the second set of pinch points that you had done. And it's add on the bead, go through the 2 beads, and then add on a bead. So on and so forth. Just all the way around. Then I'll show you the next step. Alright, as I made my way around, I threaded through the bead, added on a bead. Threaded through a bead, added on a bead. Threaded through the bead. Now I'm going to set up a third set of pinch points. So I threaded into this bead, through this one, and then added on a bead, threaded through the bead. Added on a bead, threaded through the bead. Then when you get to your second set of pinch points, it's going to add 1 bead going over the 2, and then thread into the bead. And to continue that all the way around. There's another one. Alright, as I made my way around, I threaded through this bead, added on a bead. Threaded through a bead, added on a bead. Threaded through a bead. Then, when I get to the first of the third set of pinch points, I do 1 bead instead of 2. Then thread onto the bead. Add on a bead, thread into a bead. Add on a bead, thread into a bead. Add on a bead. Just keep going around like that. I'll show you the next step. Alright, as I made my way around, just adding on a bead and threading in. Adding on a bead and threading in. Adding on a bead and threading in. But then, I'm going to start a new pinch point above my previous pinch point. So when I threaded through, I came down into this bead, up through this bead, then added on a bead and threaded through. Added on a bead and threaded through. As I'm going around, I'm going to set up new pinch points above my previous ones. So like this is going to be a pinch point. This is going to be a pinch point. I've started getting one ready here. Make your way around and I'll show you the next step. Alright, as I made my way around, thread into a bead, add on a bead, thread into a bead, and then I'm at the top of another pinch point. So I'm going to start a new one. So thread down into here, up through here, then add on a bead, thread into a bead, add on a bead, thread into a bead, add on a bead, thread into a bead. And then I'm starting another pinch point here. It's just the same thing, working your way around, starting a new pinch point above the previous ones. So from here on out, you're kind of on your own and you're just going to have to improvise. There is no rhyme or reason or sequence or pattern as you get closer to the tops and the bottom of the Pokeball. I just have to do all kinds of crazy stuff to get the beads in there. So just whatever you got to do to fill in the gaps. When you're all done, it should look something like this. The first dozen or so of these that I made came out very lumpy. So if it doesn't come out looking the way you were hoping it would, don't be discouraged. It took me a lot of practice to get these to start looking good.
Full tutorial. Make sure you have 3 sections of each of the secondary. Colors like so. 36 beads and put them on your string. Making a single. Exit out of your first secondary color. 3 of my primary. Skipping to beads. 2 dark, 1 light. Of secondary. 3 primary. Post videos needing to. Now you've made your spikes. You want to make sure you're colliding with each secondary. Connecting to each point. As you start to see each squiggle forming. Connecting to each of your points.
Oh, Father, forgive me for all my sins. When I meet your eyes, the devil he wins. Blinded by your lies.
Now here we will be using only the beads. You'll see as you go. Your cuff is forming. Connecting each squiggle together. Once done, tie off and cut tail. And you will have succeeded, making a DNA